Hey, this is Viktor Villand, and this video is about weekly planning. So, weekly planning is basically the foundation of our success, and you can't believe how powerful this tactic is. Uh, to be honest, then we can put all our success on this one tactic that we are still using, and all our company and employees are doing it still weekly for many years already. So, plans are useless, planning is everything. Brian Tracy says that with 10 minutes of planning, you save 1 hour of work. And without proper planning, you will not achieve as much you would. So, what is weekly planning? So, weekly planning consists of 4 areas: your year goals, quarterly goals, weekly goals, and retrospective. And also, we're gonna have daily huddle during the week, but let's speak about this a little bit later. So why this weekly planning system is important? So goals will give you focus. Goals will allow you to measure progress. Goals will keep you locked in and undistracted. Goals will help you overcome procrastination, and goals will give you motivation. Basically, if you don't know where are you going, you cannot get there because you don't know where you're going. And without goals, without goals that are really high, you really you just underperform. So step one is that you will need to find accountability partner for our community, and the reason for this is really simple. It's said that if you do planning with somebody else together, then your success rate for increases 95%. And it's so true. It's the same thing as you if you want to start gym, and it's really difficult to do it alone. You need somebody to go there with you, and so it makes things much easier because now you're accountable to go there, and accountability body is really like 100% like necessary for you to you feel really accomplished with this tactic. And to be completely honest, then I started this together with Tony at the beginning. It really felt weird because what I discovered was I was doing goals. I was achieving goals on Thursday evening at 11 p.m. because I knew that on Friday morning we're gonna have the planning, and I need to tell Tony, okay, did I achieve my goals or did I not? And if not, then why? And I was like, and Tony the same thing. I mean, he was doing like completing the goals on Thursday night because he knew that he needs to speak up, and if something is not done, then why? We need to discuss that. So we will help you to do that, and you can find link from the members area where you can submit the form, and then you can we can help you to find accountability partner from the insiders, and it will be even not like it will be really cool if you both sell in same category, so you can kind of like you get the energy flowing in the same direction as well. So the second thing you need to do is you need to create your own weekly goals document to your Google Drive and import this specific template. This is the template you can use. You can find link in the members area, and just copy everything from here to your own document like this, and then you can just name it weekly goal or whatever. And we have every weekly goals document for every year. So let's go through this document. And so what's going to happen on Friday is that you're going to start filling this document, and let's speak a little bit about it. So you can add your useful links here if you need. But anyway, these are yearly goals. So you will create one. Just try to at least add one goal. Like maybe you want to have like 10 products, or you're selling on one marketplace, or you have a 5 people team, or you are making 100 or I don't know $1 million revenue. Whatever you add, This is really important because now we can start making quarterly goals. And quarterly goals are, you can see this is Q4. I did it, basically I copied this from our own, so that's why we have Q4 right now there. So it's from the 1st of October to the 31st of December. And here we're going to add the outcome projects. And outcome means that it's in the present tense, that you already have achieved that. And it's like a project. Like I have 10 products, or I'm selling in Europe, or you know, uh, something in present tense and specific. Like I'm going to give you an example. Like if you set present, if you have fitness goals, then you cannot set I'm going to be fit by summer, because it's not really, you cannot define. You need to define what is fit, and then you need to add a date. For instance, I can lose 5 kilograms until like before June, is much more achievable than I would be fit by June, or I would be fit by summer, because this is not possible, because it's not defined. So that's what we need to do. We need to have goals that are defined, measurable, and in present tense, and they also have end date. So next Q1 is going to be 1st of January until the end of March. All right. So anyway, and then you're going to have the project. Don't go crazy with this. Just add 2 or 3 or 4, how many you want. All right. So then it's going to be next week. This is currently week 48. So every week you're going to add a new number. You're gonna just, okay. Let me just, okay. Let's pretend that this is the next week, week 49. And so both of you with accountability partner, you're going to start adding goals here. And you look at this project and you think, okay, this project, I have 5 products. Okay, so what's the next action for me to achieve that? We're selling 3 new products. So I'm going to find 5 new product ideas. And I have found 5 new product ideas. And this is specific, it's 5, and it's end of this week. And the cycle goes from Friday to Friday. So again, I have contacted 30 suppliers, for instance, or I have shipped whatever. The point of this is that you look at this project here that you have added here, and then you create next action step. And it should be like a really simple action step that you can take towards that specific project. And then that's it. That's for the planning. We also have training planning here. I mean, so we keep ourselves accountable all the time to kind of like study stuff and go through information. Otherwise, it's kind of like easy to forget that you are in this situation right now because you don't have enough knowledge in your brain. And if you don't put more knowledge there, and if you don't build new, better habits, then you won't get too far, because you can't solve the problem with the brain that already created the problem or situation you have this moment. Okie dokie. So anyway, we're gonna have the training goals here as well, and we keep ourselves accountable to achieving that. And then next week, when Friday comes, you will ask other. And by the way, if you have completely different goals, you can add your name here, like Rick and Tony. Like Tony, let's go do this. And it doesn't matter that you have different companies or you have different products. What matters here is that you will need to tell other person next week, is it done? Or if it's not done, then it's not done. And you can screen that I didn't have time. You need to add here, it's not done. I mean, specifically, if you contacted 29 suppliers, then it's not done. And simple as that. There's no room for ego here. And you're going to add here why not done. If it's not done, then you need to add here why. And if it's just I was lazy, then you add I was lazy. And or I couldn't do this, blah, blah. But, at the end of the day, everybody has 24 hours. It's all about priorities. Like giving excuses that I didn't do this because of blah, blah, blah means that you just had different priorities, and you just write that I had different priorities and didn't do that since I did this or whatever. Okie dokie. So this is the way it goes, and basically you need to respond to other person, and it's not like you just If you do it alone, you won't do it like this. You just won't do it. And at the beginning, it feels a little kind of weird or kind of weird to do such a new thing, but you need to get it done. So after planning, what we usually do is I'm going to copy this, put like a line, and then if there's something is not done, I'm just going to copy this like this page like this here. And then we also plan another week ahead. If there's something, and I also add 1 star here. It means that it was already one time skipped. So you can't just skip all the time stuff. If you gather like too many stars, it's kind of weird. Like how long are you going to keep posting this to the next week and next week? And you know what? Sometimes it happens. It goes 3 weeks, but that's why we also need to learn how to set better goals. Because if something is hanging around here for 3 weeks, then obviously this is maybe not so important for you, or you are really procrastinating. It is important, but you're procrastinating. You just don't get it done. And so other person should be asked, okay, so how long am I going to keep going this? Are you going to do it or not? And so that's why it's really, really powerful. And it's so easy to procrastinate. You don't even realize if you do it alone. You don't even realize. It's so crazy. And so this is basically like setting weekly goals. Always have training goals here. And sometimes what we also have is like we don't want to set goals that we don't achieve. It means that we want to achieve everything what's happening here. But sometimes you're kind of unsure about some things. So you can add like extra goals here, and you can add some goals here. You kind of want to achieve, but you're not really sure. So you can add some goals here, like goal 1, whatever, you can write here. And this is the area where, you can go. These are the areas basically you can go to the next week and next week, but this is extra is that you don't forget. And also sometimes when you have you're really in a huge planning mode, then you can create backlog here. Backlog means that sometimes you have like this crazy good idea, and you don't want to forget that idea. And backlog is like a place where you store your ideas, and so you can revisit those ideas later and create from these ideas your weekly goals. I don't recommend in the backlog to keep ideas too long, because we had the backlog like one whole page, and they were just hanging there, and it was kind of like it was already too much. So in the backlog, keep something that you can add to the next week. Maybe inside the week you're gonna have idea. You don't want to spoil the week. You want to put it on not on current week goals, but if you have some idea, then you can just put it on backlog, and next week you can discuss this idea and set it for the week ahead. Don't interrupt weekly flow. It usually is not good. Otherwise, you will not be consistent. So this is about weekly goals, and we are doing this so far every single week. We're doing that, and so yeah, that's how it goes. So let's go to the next, and so step number 2 was that you create your weekly goals document and import your weekly goals. Step number 3 is that you create a new document, and you will import a weekly retrospective there.